Have you been wanting to plan a Euro summer, but you messed around and had a bunch of kids in your 20s? Girl, me too. In this video, we're going to give you 4 hacks to help you stay on budget and plan your dream trip, even if you do got a bunch of kids. Over the summer, we went to Paris, France, where we saw Beyonce and Jay-Z came out. We went to Morocco, Marrakesh, Morocco. We went to Rome, Italy, Nice, France, Montpellier, France, Malaga, Spain, and Barcelona, Spain. These 4 tips and tricks are my go-tos for all of our travel. We traveled for a year on these. We did our Euro summer. We've done small trips, camping trips, all kinds of things. So let's get into them.
All right. So first thing that you want to do is plan ahead, like plan way ahead, right? Planning for us, we started about maybe 6 months out. One of the things that it helped us do, or a few things that it actually helped us do, was one, you get the better prices on the flights, right? The more you plan out ahead, obviously you're going to have a better choice or a better time to pick the flights. So you save a lot more money on flights. You find a better and like more, same thing with the Airbnbs. You find affordable or hotels.
Yeah.
Like you find better options and deals on hotels. Again, the further you plan out, the better your odds are on having a hotel or Airbnb secured. And then research, right? Just everything. Give you time to like plan your routes, plan your travel, plan your itinerary, whatever you guys want to do. So start about 6 to 9 months ahead.
Number 2, don't overspend on buying new clothes. Baby, the people in Europe have not seen the clothes in your closet. Every time we take a trip, I take an inventory of what could work and match whatever aesthetic we're going for the trip to the destination that we're going to. And I only buy the things that are in between. Another thing is I buy things that we can also use when we get back home. There's no reason to buy things that you're not going to be able to reuse. So I take an inventory list and then I make a list of the things that we need and then I shop the list only. And then I reinvest the savings in unforgettable experiences that we can have while we're on the trip. Along with that, I will also advise you not to overpack. A lot of times when folks ain't been nowhere, they be packing 4 and 5 suitcases of a bunch of crap y'all not even gonna wear. You really have to think about it. In most airlines, if you're going for just getting the cheap flight, right? A lot of times they don't always have a carry-on. So a carry-on can average about $35 depending on who you're flying with. And then if you want to check a bag, that can start at $55 depending on who you want to fly with. If you do the math for our family, that's 6 people. That's about $210 to $330 because every time you fly, you got to do this for every single person, right? So we took 5 flights this summer in our Euro trip. If you do the math, that's $1,650. We reinvested that $1,650 into the most beautiful Riyadh in Morocco. So if you really think about it, you have to look at your priorities. A lot of people don't go on trips with their family because they can't afford the flights. And the reason why they can't afford the flights is because they keep on tacking on bags. You don't need all the bags. Put that stuff in a backpack until you get to the point where you can afford it.
Number 4, make sure you grocery shop instead of dining out, right? Grocery shop upon arrival. I'm going to tell you right now, that saved us. They had our store over there in Europe, Aldi. We tow it up. Okay.
And make meal plans.
Yes.
Make meal plans. You can have one breakfast, one lunch, and one dinner out to still have experiences.
Yes.
But if you have a large family, you cannot be eating every meal out. It adds up. They know the tourists are coming over the summer.
Yeah. So visit your local grocery stores. I'm going to give you another little thing too. It's a lot cheaper than the US.
I would say another big thing to add on to that is when you're picking your Airbnbs, really, really look at the location because I made sure that every Airbnb was near a grocery store. And that saved us because when you go to Europe, especially a lot of other countries besides the US, they don't be doing that, buy everything for the week stuff. They go to the grocery store every other day or every day and buy things. So their refrigerators are not big. So you need to make sure that you're not spending money going to the grocery store and also adding up costs. The next thing is use public transportation and travel like a local. I'm going to be honest with you. Renting a rental car for a large family in another country is very expensive, especially if you are going to be using kind of like an Americanized rental car service. It's cheaper if you're using a service that is like Eurocar, But the reality is you need to know how to drive a car that is not an automatic. And most of the cars that are going to have more than 4 seats are going to be pretty astronomical. You can ride the local train. For example, in Paris, we spent a total of $112 on public transportation. We spent in Rome less than that. Okay, because we had our itinerary planned out and we knew how to work the public transit systems. And that just saved us. That money that we would have spent on a rental car plus gas, because a lot of y'all forget that when you're going to get a rental car, you also have to put gas in it. And you're going to, every time you put your car, it's going to transfer into their dollar, and you might lose money, you might win money, whatever the case may be, you don't know. And then you got to put gas. We spend all of that money eating gelato in Rome.
Another thing is to prioritize nature and local experiences. Everybody ain't got to be a tourist, and everybody ain't got to do touristy things, right? We get it. You want to go to the Louvre. You want to do all the little fancy stuff, right? Like you want to do all of this, the nice things. That's okay. But also, there's free museums. We went to I don't know how many beaches. Ain't gonna ever get tired of a good beach. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just free days. There's so many things to do sometimes when you just walking around. Remember, a lot of the times you're new in that country, sightsee. That's one of the most freest things you can do. Go to a park. We went to a park a couple times when we were in France. Just the little small things when you out on a trip does fill in the days and keeps your itinerary kind of like pocket light, where you're not too worried about doing all the excursions and trips and all of that stuff add up real fast. So kind of space, especially with a large family. So space it out. You know, a hike is another good example. Just space it out.
I would also add to that, it's really easy to make something really simple special. For example, when we were in Paris, we went to the Eiffel Tower and we just let the kids play at the Eiffel Tower. They did patty cake and clapping games, and one of our daughters is doing cartwheels and flips. They're going to build their own core memories. It's your ass who want to do all of the extra stuff. I'm not saying don't do any of it, but maybe if you're going on several trips, you do one big thing and the rest of the thing is like free and light on the pockets. I think a lot of people have to start understanding it's more about getting your feet on the ground. Stop thinking that you're not going to be able to come back. You will be able to come back. You already got the energy. Okay. And the last thing that I'm going to tell y'all is kind of like a bonus. Pack smart and stay healthy. All the little things that you usually would use at home, like Tylenol and Band-Aids and Neosporin, and in case your kid get a headache, I also packed mucus busters. So you're traveling through a bunch of different climates. People get snotty nose and itchy throats and so on and so forth. Pack all of that stuff, because that stuff add up, and they don't have the same things that we have that you used to and accustomed to. And imagine yourself trying to get Tylenol, reading the back of the Tylenol, whatever their version of Tylenol is, in French. And baby, you don't speak no French.
Right.
So that type of stuff adds up. And I would also say, book your Airbnbs ahead and book your any tourist things ahead as well. A lot of times when things are already paid for, you just got to worry about having the money to eat. That makes the trip a lot more stress-free. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. This is honestly the things that we apply to our travel, why we travel so much. There's a blog post down below. You can follow us on our blog. There's also my Substack post if you want to know more about the spiritual experiences that we had in these different countries. And also my social media is down below. All right, we'll see y'all in the next vid.